So I was Michelangelo, the artistic flow coming from STL. The legendary shows, I knew I'd be a star, but little did I know it wouldn't be from bars. See, that's the big league, the radar online. I wasn't the undefeated, but I still was gon' shine. I took a few L's, took them shots like Pop, but then I got my weight up like Jason Whitlock. Pivot like Brian Clark, skipping Bailey, Shannon Sharp. Don't have to scream like Stephen A to get my point across. Climb Jamel Hills, won carry championships. They were quick to pull the gun, hoping Rob would quit. But 15 years later, Rob's still the shit. Rob's still legit. Rob's still on everyone's pound for pound list. Rob is courtside, Rob is ringside. Catch Rob outside at the 50-yard line. Don't act surprised, Rob is a winner. George Steinbrenner cooking up these headlines. What you want for dinner? The Black Sports Center, you know who I be. Triple OG, the Ohio State University. That's who reps me. I'm love for a friend. I just murdered this track, call that a dead spin. The headline king is back. I saw a late screening of The Marvels, and what you probably know by now is that it hasn't done great at the box office. By the way, this is headlines with Robert Littal. The movie itself is not bad. It's not bad at all. It's a pretty fun afternoon with the kids type of movie to watch. It's not the type of movie that you are going to really talk about afterwards or maybe watch 100 times when it comes on, but there's nothing wrong with it. The cast, you have Brie Larson, and I know that that gives a lot of people, when you say her name, everybody gets all excited. But I thought, let me make sure I have the names right here. Amani Villani, Miss Marvel. I thought she was adorable and very good in this. And Tiana Paris. They're not calling her Photon, but that's what I'm going to call her, Photon. I thought she was really good. And I thought they had some good chemistry. I mean, the plot is bare thin. There's not much to it. I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't watched it yet, but the premise is, you know how it goes. Somebody has a bangle, or they have a cube, or they have a stone, whatever it is, and it's gonna destroy the world unless the Marvel superheroes come in and save it, and that's what they do. You got a bunch of cats eating people. That's pretty much the movie. The real discussion is why are the Marvel movies and TV shows not doing well? And you get a lot of opinions from a lot of different people, some valid, some I would say invalid. There's the people that's way over here that's like everything is too woke, it's too then you got the people over here that says it's superhero fatigue and all of this stuff. The way I like to look at it is history. History has shown us the more that you make one type of movie, eventually people get tired of it. And then that goes not just for superheroes, but any type of genre of movie. Even though, Batman, is everybody loves Batman, right? But, eventually they did so many Batmans that people was like, something we good on Batman. Same thing with Spider-Man. Everybody loves Spider-Man, but by the time they got to Spider-Man 3 and the original trilogy and Amazing Spider-Man 2, people are like, so it's cyclical. These things kind of happen in a circle. There was no way that Marvel was going to be able to keep this up after Endgame. It didn't help that there was a pandemic. Didn't help that it was a strike. All of these things coming together, and then you kind of get what you get. And then there's this situation. What I would say is that at a certain point, you had to watch the Marvel movie to make sure that you knew what was going to happen in the next movie. So, you had to watch the next Thor movie, or you had to watch Spider-Man, or you had to watch Captain America or Civil War. Like, you had to watch the movies to make sure you knew what the next part of the plot was going to be. But the movies were spread out enough that you didn't feel like you had to spend 90 hours watching it. Now, I mean, none of these movies really mean much of anything. And there's a post-credit scene in the Marvels that will lead to something else. But you can easily see that on YouTube. You don't have to actually, the movie itself has nothing to do with what's going, forward. As far as like the TV shows and things of that nature, you can watch them at your own leisure. It's not appointment, viewing. You could probably watch the last episode of Loki without having to watch the other 5 to get a general idea of what's going on. They don't like you could probably watch 3 episodes of Loki, the final 3, and get a good idea of what's going on. You don't have to watch all 6. So it doesn't feel like appointment viewing anymore. As far as the whole, it's too woke and the agendas and all of that stuff. I do think you have to kind of watch out with that because, we're talking about superheroes. We're talking about comic books. We're talking about cartoons. It shouldn't be that deep. You all just entertainment. You don't want to, be thinking a little bit too hard. You don't want to push in certain agendas and stuff. I think, with She-Hulk was a situation like that where they were obviously wanting to push something that didn't need to be pushed. We're talking about Hulks. We talk about the Incredible Hulk here. We don't need certain agendas to be pushed. The other thing is that they push out projects and then you never hear from them again. Like, where is Shang-Chi? Where is Moon Knight? I mean, where is the new Hawkeye girl? Like, what are they doing? There's so much time in between that you forget about. Like, how does Moon Knight fit into anything? It was the series. It came out. There was stuff happening. But then what? She-Hulk, it was a series. Stuff came out. There was twerking. But then what? You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing. You gotta, the connectivity is, not there. And until they get the connectivity back, there's going to be a problem. And then, the whole Jonathan Majors thing with him being Kang, that's a whole other situation. So it's a lot of little things that kind of added up, but I'm not overly concerned about it. As soon as you see Spider-Man again, as soon as Daredevil comes out, soon as, you get a little deeper with, Blade and you get to the next Avengers movie and Captain America, everything will be fine. It may not be $1 billion fine, but it's going to be fine. You still got Deadpool and Wolverine coming out. That'll probably do $1 billion, close to $1 billion. Everything's going to be fine. These people are rich. I wouldn't be too up in arms about it. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. The Michigan MAGA Patriots. Jim Harbaugh said they're America's team. Make Michigan great again. Make Michigan great again. They're America's team because how they've overcome all the adversity to beat Penn State, who can't beat Ohio State or Michigan for the last 10 years. They've overcome such adversity. They're victims. They're victims. You know what I mean? That people that they got the guys on ESPN cursing. They got the coach crying. I love you, Harbaugh. Man, I love you so much. Man, I love you. They got people crying. Everybody saying bet. It's Michigan versus everybody. They cheated. Okay, they got caught. It's a simple. When they first got caught. What did I say? Was I upset? People like, well, you're Ohio State grad. Of course you're. Was I upset? Was I mad? I was not. What did I say? I said I would cheat too if I lost to my rival 18 out of 20 years. If I had only won 2 games in the 21st century against my rival, I would cheat too. I'm not above it. I'm not high horsing it. I understand what Michigan did. I get it. Harbaugh was on the hot seat. He kept losing and losing and losing. They weren't very good. They lost a lot of games against ranked opponents. And so if some guy came up to me and said, hey, look, I don't know how you got the money, but I did a little advanced scouting. I know what's going to be happening. I know they blitzing on this play. I know they running to the right on this play. I know they passing to the left on this play. Yeah, I listen. I didn't have a problem with it. If you're not cheating, you're not trying, they say. And it worked. You just got caught. You're Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson is disgusted every time that he cheats on Khloe. Even Tristan Thompson is showing more attrition than Michigan. Just admit it. If you had just admit all of this stuff, Charles Woodson up here screaming and stuff, and Desmond Howard, all this stuff. If they would just cut it out and just admit that they cheated, accept their punishment, go about their day, people would move on. You just have to move on. It's the defiance that's going to make the punishment more than the crime. It's the defiance that's going to do it. Like, because I hear what people say. They say, well, yeah, man, this the cheating in it. Yeah, it helped. You don't cheat unless it can help. You understand what I'm saying? You don't do something unless there's a benefit to it. So there was a benefit to them cheating. No matter how you try to, whatever, cook it in the pot, there was a benefit to them cheating because they kept doing it. They kept allowing homeboy on the sideline right next to the coaches. There was a benefit. You benefited for it. Now, would you have won those games without it? Maybe. Possibly. Were you the better team without the cheating? It could be. We'll never know because you cheated and you caught it. Yeah, you got caught. That's all you got to say. I can't say with any 100% certainty that you wouldn't have won the games with or without the cheating. All I know is that you did cheat. That's all I know. I can't say, well, look, we would have won or they would have won if old boy wasn't whispering stuff in old boy's ear. I can't say that with any certainty because nobody knows. What you do know is they cheated. Now, did Harbaugh know? Don't know. Like, did they keep him like kind of outside of it to protect him? Don't know. Is that why the coach was crying because he knew, but Harbaugh is getting punished? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what would cause a man to cry like that for no particular reason. Nobody died. Nobody got shot. Michigan still in line to go to the college football playoffs. No kids have been punished. I don't understand what you're crying for. Why are you crying? What is upsetting you so much? Jim Harbaugh still getting paid. He's at the hotel. Everything's fine. He can coach during the week. All you got to do is know when to call timeouts. They know the plays. The defense and the offensive coordinator still working. They're fine. What are you crying for? Just admit that you cheated. Harbaugh can say all he wants that, he wasn't involved. That's fine. But don't, you're American. That's something that Trump would say. Trump would get indicted on 35 charges and he'd be like, I'm the American president. Why would you say something like that? Why would you say something so silly like that? Instead of just saying, we're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry we hired a guy that was cheating for us. We're sorry we let this guy in and we let him cheat for us. We're sorry we let him on the sideline. We're sorry that we took his information. We didn't know where he got his information from, but we took it, we used it, and we apologized. If they just apologized, people would move on. There wouldn't, it'd be a little punishment here and that, and then they move on. That's it. Why are you fighting? It's like Tristan Thompson. You got caught. What are you upset about? Why are you mad? It's always odd when the cheater is upset. Why are you guys angry? You guys got the benefit. What adversity are you going through? Because you got caught? Like if you go rob a bank and you say, man, they did me wrong. Who? You robbed the bank. We caught you. Who did you wrong? What did the wrongness happen? That's what I don't know. Somebody explain this to me because it's fairly clear, I would say. And I would think even Michigan people would agree with this, right? It's fairly clear that Stalions was up to stuff that he didn't need to be up to, right? That's factual. That's not opinion. They got him on tape. They got the credit card. They got the tickets. They got him in the stands. He's doing something that is illegal in college football. These are facts. It's not fiction. This is facts, right? This is facts. All of the other investigation is, who knew? How did it work out? Did it cause, them to win and lose games? That's all conjecture, right? That's all opinion. The facts are he was caught doing something illegal while he was employed by the University of Michigan. Why are you upset? I don't know. Was it Desmond Howard or Charles Woodson? I don't know which one it was. They said Michigan should move to the SEC because if this was Nick Saban, everybody would look the other way. So essentially what they're saying is they can go cheat in the SEC. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like saying, I should go to a different city because if I punch somebody in the back of the head, they'll look the other way. Being held accountable, that's too much for them. They want to go somewhere where they're not held accountable. You even see how that sounds? It's not saying we're innocent. It's saying if we were doing shady stuff in the SEC, nobody would care. If we were Nick Saban, then people would look the other way. They'd be too scared to say something. That's what he's saying. You see how crazy that sounds? That's why I call them Michigan MAGA Patriots. That's what they are. Same thing that with the Patriots did. I'm not saying the same with the video game. The same thing the Patriots did. But the Patriots just shut up, took their punishment, won more Super Bowls. So they're not even like the Patriots. Patriots just shut up, won more Super Bowls. Brady got the Deflategate was kind of shady. Took his 4 games, won another Super Bowl. Just take your medicine, and we know now you're not cheating, right? Right now we know you're not cheating. We think at least. Stallion's gone. Everybody's changed up. I saw what game was it I was watching? I think it was Georgia and Ole Miss. Now they got a bed sheet up on the sideline so nobody can record from the stands. Now I gotta look at a bed sheet because of Michigan. I already can barely see. Now I gotta look at a bed sheet when I'm trying to look at the action because of Michigan. Accept your punishment, admit that you were wrong, admit that you were cheating, go about your business. You're not cheating now, go win the national championship. Then nobody don't have nothing to say, right? You beat Penn State, go beat Ohio State, go beat whoever in the college football playoffs, win your championship, then you can talk all your shit. Simple as that. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do all this. We're America's team. We're crying on TV. We need all this adversity and stuff. It's ridiculous. You're embarrassing yourself. Actually, you're making people like you less. And it's not a coincidence on who's on your side. Where were they January the 6th?